And
We'll see.
you look a little tired.
I have kids. I'm always tired. It's like my natural state now.
Yeah, man.
So, hello everybody. We are now apparently live. I am live with this magnificent bugger here, TJ Lombardi. So, if what we've said just quickly here backstage before we came on live is that we were both having some internet problems. I know where Geneva is, there was some storms earlier on, and TJ is having some problems as well. So if the quality's knackered, if this keeps dying out and stuff, don't worry about it. We'll just rearrange for another week. But obviously, we'll see if we can. We'd rather do it tonight if we can. So we'll see how we do. So welcome, TJ. How you doing, mate?
Absolutely. Good, brother. I am doing so good. And, I'm really blessed to get to come hang out with you and, get to share some of our perspectives on writing, on life. It's a great time.
It's for us as well, mate. It is for me. So, obviously,
I do have to say too, man. I've loved. Yeah.
What was that, dude? You what? Sorry.
I was just saying, man. I've enjoyed these videos so much. Because we started at GuildifyCon. I got introduced to you and the amazing Geneva and so many people, and getting to tune in like almost every weekend now and hear from other authors, get to stay connected. It's like mini GuildifyCons every weekend that I love getting to be a part of. And even it's funny, I was talking to the lovely Brian as always. And like his time with Ruth Reynolds, I believe it was, or Rose Reynolds. Yeah. Just so many little golden nuggets of wisdom and insight. So, man, I've been loving these videos, and it's just a blessing to get to be a part of it.
It's honestly, mate, I love doing them just because it gets the opportunity for me is to be able to speak to people, to be able to talk to other authors, first of all, because before I went to Dragon Con and to Madrid last year, I'd never spoken to any of you. Angel, how you doing, mate? Brian, you sexy, sexy bastard, you. So it's great to be able to just talk to people and to see more about the way the world is, Lars, and to just relax a little bit with other people. Hello, Facebook user. Jess is too cool as well. No, I'm far from that, Angel. Believe you me, son. Kristen, hello, my dear. Ed. So if anybody, when you comment, if it comes up as Facebook user, it's because you haven't given StreamYard permission to see your details yet. That's all. So if you do that, and we'll be able to see who you are. But yes, so we have TJ, the Magnificent, with us to be able to tell us about Dying Breed. Which, come on, dude. I mean, I've started it. I'm enjoying it so far. So, do you want to tell the world about the story a little bit? Have we lost you, TJ? Are you there, dude?
You broke up just a little bit. You said you started something?
Yeah, I'm saying I've started the Dying Breed, and I'd like to...
I'm here. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you now. You went very, very quiet for a little while there, mate.
Oh, okay. So I look at this is the Jez cosplay episode where, I grew my beard out for a good 2 weeks, made sure that I tried to match. And of course, he tried to play a rope-a-dope on me, wasn't wearing his black shirt when I logged in. So it's like, shit, I got to go get that. The unfortunate thing, though, is I just don't have a zoo like Jez does. But, oh, well, hey, Pikachu. Did you want to come say hi to Jez? Because this is our little animal kingdom over here. This is what we got. Oh, look at this little guy. So yeah, this is the Jez cosplay episode.
You crazy bastard. So he is a sexy. He is sexy.
Yeah. Dude. No. So the Dying Breed, man. It's this journey that I've been on. It's been a wild ride, and I'm just really blessed to have some awesome people and authors. Whatever. So
are you there, dude? It's cut out.
Heck yeah, Kristen Pikachu is awesome. Honestly, Onyx is by far my favorite Pokemon. He never got the respect he deserved.
Dude, I'm missing.
Internet is terrible, man.
Internet is terrible. Trying to figure out which one's a retarded twin. It's pretty hard. Thank you, Paul. I love you too, dude. So, dude, do you want to tell us a little bit about you and about what started you off on the story? Or not?
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully the internet keeps going strong and you guys can hear it okay. And yeah, I will try to definitely notice you guys in the comments section here as we get going. So the Dying Breed series literally started 14 years ago. It was an idea in my head and I started writing it. And then my career in the military really started to take off. And so I put that on the back burner after about 7 chapters. And then I lost everything, right? I didn't get a chance to finish what I had started. And I just put on the back burner. But for 13 years, hey, Ryan, what's up? For 13 years, the story just continued to develop in my head, which was good because it really allowed me time to ponder all of the different things that I wanted to add into the world. It allowed me to really reflect on my own perspectives of life, because a lot of the magical system within the world is kind of how I view life in reality. And it's just, okay, well, what if I could do this? How would that work? So after 13 years, I started writing it. And what's crazy is, you know, book 1 launched in February and I had to push it back because there was a certain other person that took Valentine's weekend. So I was like, I am not going to compete with I don't know, you know, just some other guy that we look similar like, I guess. I made sure you even wear my watch, bro.
Dude.
And so it's one of those things where, you know, it released and I'm like, I wrote that over a year ago. Like my headspace hasn't even been there. So book 2 is coming out in May, hopefully, if the artwork is done. And again, that was written like a year ago. So it's been a huge blessing to where book 3 is written. It's with development editors and a very select beta reader who was so like in love with the story that I was like, all right, dude, here you go. You can have book 3 right now. More eyes on it, the better. So yeah, so book 4 is already at 70,000 words and we haven't even like gotten past the introduction. So what books 1, 2, and 3 are about, we haven't even gotten there in book 4. So book 4 is hopefully going to be awesome, but we ran into this little pickle where a very select person knows about a side project that I've been kind of dabbling in for fun. And of course he threw down the challenge of, I want to see you write 26,000 words in 9 days and get it to me so I can preview what it is. And yeah, so I knew exactly what he was doing, the jerk, even though I love you dearly. So yeah, so he's going to have a semi-completed introduction of a game-lit story that I'm working on. So that's been known as Project Monmouth to a lot of my followers.
Dude, you have been keeping fucking busy. You've been keeping insanely busy. It's one of those things. When you write, do you feel that like once it's out of you, it's gone?
Go ahead.
It's in the book and you don't know what's happened anymore? Does that make sense?
For almost 4 months. And so the whole story all the way to book 4 was like kind of done and projected out. And that's where I didn't really storyboard a whole lot for book 4. I had my main points of like, okay, shit, like, so I got to close the loop on this. I got to do this. I got to do this. So I just put like main bullet points there. And then I'm like, here we go. And we're just going to make it work. So I'm not too worried about it because, you know, when you become, there's a difference between passion and obsession, right? And there was this Instagram reel where I love the guy who talked about it. And he said, you know, everyone loves passion. You tell people, oh, I'm passionate about this. Oh, that's so great. Passion, passion, passion. I love how we were passionate about this, and I love how you're passionate about that. And he said, you get all this loving support when you share your passion. But as you transition into obsession, you start to see a lot of those people who are like, what's wrong with you? Why are you crazy? This is all you talk about. This is all this. And it's like, I'm at this point where that's all I think about. Yeah. And, you know, Conor McGregor gave this great interview, and I made sure to write it down so I shared it properly. But he said, in whatever you do, you have to be a little insane. You're not all there. You have to be more insane towards your craft, and people won't understand that. That's why I don't know anything else about whatever's going on. There could be a game, there could be politics, whatever. And people ask me like, hey, do you want to talk about this? And he's like, no, my head isn't even there. I don't think about that. What I think about is fighting. I think about techniques. I think about my craft and how to get better. And it's at this point of life where mom will have a hockey game on playing in the background, and all my head is at is like, okay, so Golgoth is going to go here. He's going to go this, and I need to make sure this. So
it's crazy, isn't it? I mean, I'll be honest with you, I missed quite a bit of that because it kept just doppling out and it kept sort of jerking and stopping. So we'll try and keep going for a little bit. But Eric was right. We are having IT issues. We are having connectivity issues very much. Ryan Maxwell's asking, since your characters as great as they are, what gave you inspiration for them?
So I wanted to approach the characters, and sorry guys about the internet. It's honestly, like, I feel terrible. I'm really sorry about that. Wanted to give you a good show.
Dude, it's not your fault.
The characters. Yeah. It's a part of our life, right? Yeah, we're getting to stream around the world, and yet we're worried or upset because it lags every once in a while and it's bouncing off the moon and satellites and shit. So I approach things because when I first started, I was really big into like loving Greek mythology and all these characters. And so I just said a lot of it was, what would be a character that you would normally think of as a bad guy or aligned in an evil or dark way? And how can I turn them into a good light? And some of it also, there's a certain quote in the book where Dather is basically saying to Liam, the main character, he's like, oh, you think that's bad? Just wait until you see what man does to one another. And so that's where I loved the creature, the Minotaur. And I was like, dude, this is just a badass character. How can you make him even more badass? Make him the centerfold where some people are terrified of him. Some people love him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And some of the characters are based off of real people, where from the military, you have people where at first you think they're just assholes to you and they push you in ways that constantly is somewhat degrading or whatever, but they're doing it out of a loving way. They're just their approach is wrong. And so I was like, well, having this thought of a tiger that's got a huge amount of magical energy and power and strength to him would be freaking awesome. So that's where Mala came in.
Yeah.
And I just was like, okay, well, who would be related to Mala? What makes him unique and his story different? And so I gave him this cast of brothers and a sister. So I wanted that route. And then I wanted a route with Abek where it's you should see and feel a lot of like a Native American Indian vibes to him, right? And that's a lot of his people, the original. And so to give a little bit of a spoiler, in book 3, he goes into the origins of some of the original and how there was 3 brothers that branched off. And in the world of Pentagoth, you're going to start to see the tie-in of like a vampire werewolf connection there. So I was like, I want to have this. And I knew this going on a long time ago, but I was like, how would it work in the world of Pentagoth? And so the world, as I built it, there's like 7 different ages: the age of survival, the age of discovery, the age of expansion, the age of magic, the age of science, the age of truth, and the age of death. So the crazy thing is about it is, well, what happens after the age of death? Well, you would then revert back to the very beginning where whoever survives now you're the age of survival, the age of discovery, the age of expansion. So it was one of those things to where I was like, I could take this far into even like a space, cyber technology, all these things, because science plays into it, technology plays into it eventually. But with the characters, I knew I had to plant these seeds at a very specific part of time. So everything can fit together within the magical system and the depth of it. Liam was just the character that I kind of looked at as myself, where I was super unaware of the world. I was grown up in this little bubble. And when you come into something like the military, you are exposed to a whole lot of different mindsets and personalities and upbringings. So there's a little bit of me tied in there of having to learn, hey, the way that you were raised is not the way of the world. So definitely. There's a vast array of characters that I just think of what is the most unique group of characters that I've never experienced in stories, and just make it my own and go from there.
Yeah. The characters, you were saying that a lot of your characters are based on people you know. Do you choose them as in, do you use this person like that's Bob and literally that is Bob's character, or do you lose aspects of them and do you say, right, this is like the way that they deal with trauma is brilliant, we'll use that, we'll take that from this person and that from this person, and then you build the new character?
So it's interesting how, book 2 is dedicated to my development editor.
Okay, guys, clearly this isn't going very well technology-wise. I'm very sorry, everybody. Whatever's going on is definitely not good. TJ's just dropped out there. TJ's
I couldn't handle the question. It was just a hard question. I had to go compose myself really quick.
Don't worry about it, man. Do you want to answer Eric's question? He's unsure about the series. First time hearing about it, but it has great reviews. Is there plans in place for an audio?
Yeah, Eric. So right now, so that was one part that screwed up. And I do remember your question. I'll get back to that. So we had Peter Wicks lined up. He was super excited for the project. I was excited. And I reached out to him at the beginning of the year. I said, hey, dude, are we still good to go? Is this going to be able to work? And unfortunately, Peter bailed on us. And I'm not upset about it. He did what's best for him. We both wished each other luck in our careers.
Yeah.
And mysteriously, miraculously, someone who was in my life as a kid, he started to do voice narration. And as a kid, of course, we basically told him, dude, we love you. You should always do audiobooks and stuff like that. And now he's doing it as his side profession. So Tom Cox has come on board to do the audio, and he's already working on it. He should be working on chapter 4 right now. He is taking it chapter by chapter. And there's a lot of pronunciations in the book that are a little challenging for some voice actors, or I guess, or some people. So he is working on it. And I'm super blessed to have Tom.
Dude, from the story that I've read so far, definite issues of pronunciation, but it's brilliant. I'm really enjoying it. I'm gonna hold my hand up here. I'm sorry, guys. TJ keeps losing his signal, keeps coming back, keeps going again. I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to rearrange tonight. We'll sort out TJ's issues. I don't think it's anything to do with technology. I think it's just literally the internet where he is at the minute. He was saying that it was dropping in and dropping out, so I am very sorry about that, guys. What we'll do is we'll have a look at the schedule and we'll see when we can get TJ back in, when he's free, and we'll redo this. We'll do this again another night. Excuse me. Sorry. So I guess we need to kill this tonight and we'll just rearrange. I am very sorry, everybody. At least it's not me this time. Oh, well. Anybody that signed in, that joined us tonight, thank you very much for joining us. I'm just really sorry that we can't do tonight, and we will arrange it again another time. That's Chrissy, my wife, said it's okay. It means you get a perv on TG again. Yeah, nah, yeah, I bet you will. Angel, technology does suck ass. Eric, thank you, mate. Ed, thank you. Ryan, thanks for your questions, guys. And Paul, you're just a fucking animal. So thank you, guys. We'll call it tonight and we'll rearrange. Talk to you soon. Hope you have a good weekend. Bye-bye.